Did you know if your soul does not like the partner that you're with, your body will reject them?
Go watch that creator's video, because what she is saying is 100% true. And y'all need to start paying attention to how your body and how your spirit reacts when you're around certain people. The wrong people will make you feel anxious. They'll make you feel nervous. And sometimes when I'm around the wrong people, I have like this lump in my throat, or I constantly feel like they're just watching my every move and they are just critiquing me, which is usually the case. For example, I was in a situationship with this guy about 4, 5, 6 years ago, and he would always just make these backhanded compliments, and he would make jokes disguised as disrespect towards me. But I was too naive and wounded at that time to understand that I was unsafe in his presence. I would sweat, I would feel very drained after hanging out with him, my energy was low, and overall I didn't feel good about myself. Until I started my healing journey in 2020, that's when the dots started to connect. The reason why I felt so nervous, drained, and had such low self-esteem whenever I was around him was because not only was I taking on his energy, I was also taking on the energy in terms of how he felt about himself on the inside. Ooh, what a power trip that was. And to take it a step further, this is also very much applicable to friendships. If you feel anxious, if you feel low and drained after you hang out with certain people, that is your body telling you that those people, unfortunately, are not for you, and that you need to take the steps to distance yourself and remove them out of your life completely. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve to be valued. And you deserve to be respected. And it's so funny how we were taught growing up that if you get butterflies around a certain person or around a guy that you like, it means that guy is for you. Again, another lie that we've been taught. If you're around the right people, whether it's in a friendship or a relationship, if you feel calm, if you feel at ease, and you feel safe and secure emotionally, that is a sign that you are around the right people. Well, the right people will bring out the best in you. I do a lot of self-soothing if I'm ever around the wrong people. Like I'll just play with my watch, or I'll just rub my arms or touch my face. That's also another indicator that you could potentially be around the wrong people. Whoever and whatever is meant for you will never ever make you feel uncomfortable. It'll feel just right.
Hey ladies, welcome back to yet another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Miss Kafue. So today we are talking about why you should pay attention to how your body reacts around people. Your body can really tell you a lot of things around people. Like how many times have we ignored our body rejecting the wrong people? How many times has your body told you like this person is not good for you, but maybe you're too ignorant to even notice it? So in this video, hey, you'll be getting to hear the real truth about why your body has been reacting that way and what you should do and some signs to watch out for. So without further ado, let's jump into the video and then I'll be back to give my take on this video. You know how we always do it over here, right?
I heard this theory that your body literally physically rejects the person you're not supposed to be with. Let's see if this is true. My skin has never been bad. The minute I start talking to this one guy, my skin starts overreacting. Like, I know this isn't even bad, but like for me, that was insane. Turns out the guy was terrible. And I didn't even know at the time when my skin was getting bad, but I think my body was trying to warn me. This was not even skin related. Bro, I was going through it. You can see my eyes are very red and my face is very swollen. I felt like I had a huge lump in my face for like a straight month, and I was not like sick because I wasn't getting anybody else sick, but I felt terrible. Again, my body was trying to tell me something. Now the last one, this one gets bad. All of a sudden, my skin just starts to go crazy. Yeah, that's just dry skin with a little bit of pimples, but bro, until it got to this point. And this was when I just started talking to this other guy. That guy was bad from the start. Like I felt like, I think I already even knew it inside me, and I actually understood why my skin was reacting like that, because I was like, there's just this person is not for me. And this is me now. Single, happy, free. There's some acne scarring left from all those past traumas. It's looking really good right now. It's looking basically, my body's just trying to tell me that I have a horrible taste in men and that I should really just stay by myself because I look the best when I'm by myself.
I just learned the wildest thing ever, and I've not been the same since I learned it. When somebody finally gets intimate with someone, this can be like kissing or more. After the fact, sometimes their head starts hurting, or they puke, or like get an infection. Basically, their body has a negative reaction. And guys, this is because your body is rejecting them. I did a bunch of research on this. It's this theory that deep down, your like soul and your body knows that you are not meant to be with that person. It's like your body's intuition is trying to tell you that this is not a good idea. And the way it tells you is by you having a physical reaction. This blew my mind, and I am now on the hunt to find more facts like this and relationship theories. So if you want to come along for the journey, make sure to follow me because my account is all about this.
When a man isn't made for you, your body will tell you first. This is a universal experience that women go through. When you're around him and you're getting headaches, your skin's breaking out, your stomach feels sick and you're not sure why, it's your body's first sign of saying he is not for you. His energy is wrecking yours. Get out.
Something I wish I knew when I first started dating was that your body will give you signs that the person you're with is not right for you before your brain does. Every time I've been with someone that's not right for me, which I'm gonna be so transparent, that's been every time, my body has always given me a sign that I didn't notice or didn't pay attention to at first. I cannot believe I'm gonna share this on TikTok. I swore I was gonna take this to the grave, but for the sake of making a point, I feel like I have to share this. So a couple years ago, I started seeing this guy, and every time we were together, my stomach would be a war zone, okay? Now, if you know me, you're probably thinking, that's not weird for you. You have stomach issues, like your stomach hurts all the time. This was different though. Like every time we'd be together, I would be like, I'm sorry, I have to leave because I'm gonna go fit myself. Every time I was around this guy, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't even swallow, frankly, because it would just go straight through me. It got to the point where it was so bad that I felt like we couldn't hang out anywhere where there wasn't a bathroom immediately available to me. That's not normal. So this one particular date we went on, oh God, for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to go like 30 minutes out of town to like have a little picnic with the sunset, okay? Sounds like cute in theory, right? So all day before this date, I feel great. I feel amazing, actually. And then an hour before the date, when he's like, I'm coming to pick you up in an hour, it starts brewing. Something's brewing. Immediately when I enter his car, I realize this is the worst idea I've ever had. Like, you know that feeling in your stomach when you feel like you're just gonna like shit your pants? That's how I felt, and I was determined to will it away. I was like, nope, this isn't happening. I'm just gonna like put myself in a mental state to make this go away. As soon as we got there though, nope, the feeling returned, and we are 30 minutes out of town and not a bathroom in sight. I'm panicking now. So again, I'm not eating anything, I'm not drinking anything, I'm not really saying anything, and he notices and he's like, are you good? And I'm like, honestly, no, I don't feel good. Can we go home? We're packing up and he's taking his sweet time to get the blanket all folded up in the car, blah, 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 put the speaker away. Here I am by the door, clutching my stomach for dear life, and I'm like standing hunched over, like whining about my stomach, like borderline crying. Mind you, we are 30 minutes out of town. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Like genuinely, I was afraid. So we're driving back, he's driving, he's not driving fast enough. I'm like sitting there not speaking, I'm looking straight ahead. I'm seeing white at this point. Like my stomach feels like it's full of hot lava. It's not good, it's not looking good. And if you're wondering, why didn't you ask him to pull over? Why didn't you ask him to stop at a gas station? I couldn't tell you. I don't know why I didn't ask him to. I guess I was like embarrassed, but like girl, what's more embarrassing? Asking him to pull off to a gas station or shitting your pants in his car? I don't pretend to understand the thought processes I had when I was like 20. Like that wasn't me, I wasn't her. Anyway, by some miracle of God, we make it to my house unscathed. And I'm just like, you know, I'll be right back. So I go to my bathroom and I'm sitting there, I'm in my bathroom probably 30 minutes, and I text him, I'm like, hey, you should probably leave. Like this, I'm gonna be here for a while. So during the time this is happening, I'm also experiencing jaw pain when I wake up. Like every morning, my back teeth and my jaw hurt so bad that I can't even open my mouth for like 30 minutes in the morning. But again, I don't think that any of these things are connected to the guy that I'm seeing. So eventually we realize, yeah, this isn't working out, and we stop seeing each other. I stop having those severe stomach episodes like immediately, and the jaw pain gone in a week. That's finally when I realized my body was literally rejecting that man, and I just didn't put two and two together. The same thing happened with the different guy I was seeing. It wasn't stomach pain, but every time we hung out, I would come home with the most intense migraine of my life. The first time it happened, I kind of chalked it up to coincidence. I was like, okay, it's probably like the new perfume I'm wearing, or I didn't sleep enough, or I don't know, I drank too much coffee or something, I don't know. But then it would happen every single time. I would be fine all day, we'd hang out, I'd come home with a headache. It happened every single time. We stopped seeing each other. And what do you know? Headaches stopped too.
So basically what I'm saying is listen to your body. Your body knows when something isn't right for you, and it will try to tell you, and you have to listen to it. And that's not to say that you're never gonna be nervous or like feel sweaty or like have butterflies when you first start seeing someone, but it should not be making you physically ill. Listen to your body.
Your body will reject somebody who's not meant for you. So basically you might start having headaches, or you might start having stomach aches, or you might gain weight, lose weight, break out, and then the moment you're not around them anymore, all of it's gone.
One of the most telltale signs of knowing that a person is not meant for you is this. I know this is going to sound really crazy, but I know for a fact other women have experienced what I'm about to say. It's when you feel dirty after spending time with that person. Now, before you freak out, when I say dirty, I don't mean that the other person doesn't take care of themselves, doesn't groom themselves, or that person is dirty. It's just this feeling of like, you don't feel good after spending time with that person. And this can be as simple as cuddling with the person, kissing them, just spending time with them. And it's really weird because again, it's like the person could be the most tidy, cleanest person ever, but when you are done being with them, you just feel like different. I don't know if this has to do with pheromones or just you maybe not being as attracted to the person as you thought you were. But I realized this like yesterday after reflecting on different experiences with men that I've had and how I have felt after being in their presence. Like I could have the same dynamic going with 5 different guys, but after being with every single one, I could feel like I'm either on top of the world, I could have that like fresh, energized feeling, or I could have that dirty feeling that I'm describing. It's almost as if that person's like scent has gotten all over you. I guess the person's germs, like their energy has been intertwined with yours and your body rejects it. And so it feels like you literally have to like shower it off. And I recognize this because after spending time with certain people over and over again, I always get this feeling and I'm like, what is it? And I think in the end, it comes down to that is your body rejecting the person. It's rejecting their aura, their soul, their energy. And I could be completely theorizing wrong about this, but I really do think I'm onto something. And I think that is why it's so important to be in tune with your body and really listen to how you feel when you are with certain men, or I guess when men are with certain women. Are you fatigued after you spend time with them? Do you feel energized? Do you feel clean and fresh? I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I really hope that other people, specifically women, know this feeling that I'm talking about, because I swear I am not making this up.
I'm just thinking about the time that I was in a really toxic relationship. It was very much narcissistic abuse, and I said a joke the one day that like, oh my gosh, like you're buying me all this food, like stop, like you're gonna make me fat because man's bought me food all the time. You want to hear what he said to me? He said, yeah, that's the point, like I'm trying to like make you fat so that way like you have no choice but to go to the gym. I'm sorry, what? Fast forward to today that I am out of that relationship. Guess what? Guess what happened? I lost a fuck ton of weight because I was no longer in this relationship. Not only was he feeding me a lot, but your body literally tells you when you're not in the right relationship, okay? It literally was in constant fight or flight mode with this kid because this kid was always cheating on me, doing really fucked up shit behind my back. Like, it was not good. So next time you have something going on, maybe check out your surroundings, like what is going on in your life, because trust me, our body knows. It does a lot more than we think.
If you're in a relationship or dating, but you're like not sure about the person, watch this video. But I don't deserve credit. It was someone else who posted this, but I cannot find that video to save my life because I watched it months ago. Okay, so basically this person was talking about how her body rejected the guy she was dating before she even like caught up to why. And this happened to me too. So basically, end of January, like 2 weeks into February, so for 3 weeks, I dated this guy. I pretty much saw him every single day, which is something that I would never do. But like he checked off enough boxes on paper, so I was like, he might be worth the investment, why not? And so I kept seeing him. But the minute I started dating him, I started getting these intense stomach pains to the point where every time I put food in my stomach would expand and I'd be hunched over. I literally could not move. And I was like, oh my God, I think I have cancer. I should have known that he was the cancer, but basically it was constipation. I could not poop for 21 days. I had these like weird migraines that I would never get normally. And so I decided that I need to fly home. And I booked a flight. And the day that I booked my flight, I remember I was at his place. We were watching a movie and I could not get up from the couch. Like my stomach was in so much pain. I felt like something was jabbing me from the side. And so I was like, I need to go home. I need to fly home. Like I need to go see my parents. Like I just need to take care of this. So I fly home like 2 days later. I land and everything returns back to normal. I have great bowel movements. I'm able to eat all this stuff. And while I am at home for that week, something happens that I'm like, all right, I need to end it with him. That's like behavior that I will not stand for. So I call him and I very calmly say, hey, these are the reasons why I think we should just be friends. This man's toxicity comes flying at me through the phone. He's calling me names. He's making like really demeaning comments. And I'm like, what? Like, this is not who I thought you were. Like the 3 weeks that I've known you, like this is wild. But all this to say, your body will reject someone if that person is not right for you. So listen to your body, okay? Love ya.
These are a few signs that your body is rejecting either someone or something in your life, and it's trying to talk to you. Our culture is like really obsessed in like the West with the mind and like mindset change and like fix your mindset and reprogramming your brain and subliminals and all those things. But I think people don't even really understand that in the East, it's about the body. The body is the most intelligent form of anything. Your body is also your vessel for your divinity. You can't have access to your crown and to these spiritual dimensions without your physical body. It's your vessel for your divinity. And so everyone's so focused on their mind. And yes, the mind is powerful and complex, and there's so much that we can do with it. But if all the trauma happened in the body, to the body, and we disassociated when the trauma happened, then it's in the body. You don't leave your body to fix something that happened while you were in your body or occurred or is still sitting in your body. So we've kind of like programmed ourselves to like ignore when our body's talking to us. And that's what the Western side of things comes in, right? It's like we've been taught when we have a reaction or a symptom, we need a medication to solve that, but it's not solving it, it's just suppressing it, right? So let's say you're getting chronic UTIs over and over and over again, and you've tried antibiotics, you've also tried Golden Seal, that's nature's natural antibiotic, or oregano oil. You've tried all these things, but they keep coming back. Think about the fact that you just started sleeping with somebody new, or you just joined a new job. Your body communicates a reaction when it's telling you something it doesn't like or likes. The most common rejections or reactions to things that your body's saying, I don't like this, is going to be acne, rashes, falling out hair, rapid weight loss, rapid weight gain, extreme fatigue, like out of nowhere. If you get sick all the time, if you're getting colds, a lot of throat issues, if you're getting sore throats all the time, if you're getting like the stomach bug, or like I said earlier, UTIs, yeast infections, just like, you know, not getting sleep, disrupted nervous system, all those things are often communicators, right? Same thing with like anxiety. Anxiety is trying to tell us that there's something inside of us that we need to pay attention to. But instead we put a medication on it and we just suppress the symptoms. Now, sometimes that can be really effective and help you then eventually get to address it because it's too overwhelming. A lot about my skin. Because bitch, look at it. Look at what it used to look like when it was rejecting somebody. This was December 2022. About 2 months after I started dating someone new, I got home from Love Island. I decided to leave before they put me on. Got home, I started dating somebody, and he was so toxic, but like quietly toxic, super controlling. Oh no, I got avocado on me. My body was clearly rejecting him, right? He was also totally siphoning all of my feminine energy through sex. Like that's another conversation. And so that was kind of being showed through him siphoning my feminine energy and my beauty. This was my hair every time I took a shower. Every time. I wish I had a picture of the acne all over my back. It was literally saying, watch your back. This man cheated on me like so brutally. And this was what my body looked like. Fake body, TikTok, fake body, fake body. But I was sick. I was ill. I used to be a D cup. I'm an A. I lost my EDs through too many eating disorders. Now, I just want to be clear. This wasn't just the person. It was everything about Miami. I went and I saw my astrologist and I was like, I need to know what's going on. It was my first time meeting him. He goes, you need to get the fuck out of here. He was like, I hate everything about the energy here for you. It's horrible in your chart. So I left. My skin cleared up. I'm so annoyed at this. I can't even. My skin cleared up within, I would say, maybe 30 days. It just cleared up on its own. My kidneys, my liver, my organs were like in bad shape. They healed themselves. Everything turned around on its own. One time in college, I was sleeping with this guy and I kept getting UTIs over and over and over again. And I was so annoyed because I was like peeing after spicy time. I was doing everything right. And I was taking antibiotics. They kept coming back. Turned out that's why. When I was a kid, I was a chronic liar as a child. Like, I just loved the stories. That's a wound in the throat chakra. I had strep throat 8 times in a row just because I couldn't stop lying as a kid. Now I was like, I don't know, like 10. So 10-year-olds lie. But eventually I stopped lying because I got in so much trouble and all my throat issues went away. One time I had this really toxic boss and everybody on the team was sick, including her. She was sick from her own bullshit and she thought it was everybody else and everyone else's energy. And I was like, no, bitch, that's you. She got everyone sick. And so we all had COVID. Listen to your body when it's trying to communicate. There's a reaction. Something's shedding, something's releasing, a lot of fatigue pulling you in, anxiety pulling you in. Listen to your body when it's talking to you. Those are warning signals. Figure out what's new in your life or what's going on in your life that you might be outgrowing, that you might be shifting away from, that your body's trying to be like, bitch, if you're not going to listen to the mind, listen to me.
I've been seeing the trend lately of people talking about when your body rejects, and this is a real thing. If you are messing or you are dating with someone or married to someone that is not right for you, that God did not have intended for you, your energies does not match, your body will literally reject him. You've been married to this man for 10 years and you could never get pregnant with him. And for some reason, y'all got a divorce. As soon as you go and get another man, you are pregnant. His energy was toxic. His energy did not mess with you. Chemistry-wise, y'all body chemistry did not mesh well. This is metaphysical and scientific. Your vagina stinks every time you have sex with him because your body chemistry does not mix, right? His energy is not good for you. Sometimes it's not even a matter of his fluids. It's just like, it's your body trying its best to get you away from this man, but you don't want to listen. You keep on putting that boric acid and going to get these antibiotics and your vagina still smells because you're not supposed to be having sex with him, right? Listen to your body, listen to your intuition, okay? Let's talk about when your body rejects a man as a woman. Let's talk about it. It's more than just scientific. Like, we can think of so many things from a scientific standpoint, but sometimes it's divine intervention. Sometimes this is God or the universe or your spirit team or ancestors saying, no, I don't want him to be a part of my bloodline. I don't want him mixing with the goodness that you have. I don't want him taking away your favor. So then they're going to we're going to do everything in our power to get this man away from you. Literally, sometimes your whole entire womb, you will start having issues with your womb when you need to leave a man alone. This is how intelligent the body is. What I mean by that, and y'all saw that orb? I know y'all saw that. But anyways, what this means is, for example, we have some women, and this can be hormonal too, but I've had experienced it personally, dealing with a man that's not right for me. You can literally go through cycles where you bleed for months and months and months, where you start having issues and you feel like, oh, well, maybe I have to get a hysterectomy. You don't have to remove your womb. You have to leave his ass alone. Leave that man alone and watch how your life starts to flourish. Sometimes these men come around us and they carry demons on us, and it's not always men. I want y'all to understand that. I can do a whole entire video talking about the women, but we talking about the men right now. Some of these men y'all are married to are narcissists. Some of these men have mental disorders. They're sociopaths. They have issues. They have the incubus spirit on them. So what do? They suck your energy dry. You're wondering why as soon as you met this man, your life started going to shambles. You started gaining weight or losing weight. You started losing your beauty. People started to not notice you. You don't look as pretty because this man is sucking you dry like a damn vampire. Another thing that I want to mention when your body does not accept a man or does not take to a man is that you will never be able to fall asleep in his presence. You will not feel safe in this man's presence. And it could be subtle things, like small things, like, yeah, I don't trust you. It's because deep down inside, your spirit team knows there's something off with this man. Your spirit will not take to him no matter what he does, no matter how much he proves himself to be somebody who will keep you safe. You just don't fucking trust him. That's another fucking sign. Your body is telling you, leave his ass alone.
Your body will immediately tell you if a man is good for you or not. we're so quick to bypass what we're actually feeling in our body and try to make logical sense of everything and think with our minds. If a man doesn't make you feel safe, if he's not good for your nervous system, your body will literally contract. You will get that gut instinct. If he's good for you and your nervous system, you're going to feel calm. You're probably even going to feel tired around him and be yawning. When you're connected to your feminine energy, you're so in your body that you can just let your body speak for you. You don't have to rationalize anything.
Your body knows first if you like someone or not. If you meet someone or you're like in a relationship with someone and then you start to like get really sick all the time or have symptoms of like, I don't know, whatever it is, like stomach or head or whatever, it could be that your body already knows that you're not meant to be with them anymore or like be with them. And then all the comments were like, all my symptoms went away when I met him, or they're in the relationship and they're like, I've started getting bad symptoms, or they're like, when I met him I started getting like really bad PMS, like all this stuff.
Wild.
Yeah.
I also heard that like some people, their sleep gets worse or better with their partners. So if they can't sleep, then they know that this person is not meant for them, because that's like, your body is so uncomfortable. If you can't fall asleep next to someone, your body is like, no, this is not right.
Yeah.
Like danger.
If you meet someone and you feel this intense, all-consuming magnetic pull towards them, almost to the point of feeling like you're obsessed with them, even though you barely know them, then that means you found your soulmate and you need to marry them. No, just kidding. That means that person is usually representing your unhealed trauma. So what does this look like? Well, it can look like you meet a really hot guy, okay? Like super desirable guy who could get any girl, and you're like, I have to have him. I have to have this guy. What really might be going on is that when you were younger, maybe you had an ugly duckling phase and none of the hot guys wanted you, and you internalized that to believe that you were worthless, you were a loser, you were pathetic, and you believe that value and worth comes from getting hot guys to want you. So you grow up, you feel this intense pull towards this really hot person, even though you know nothing about him. But really, that's your wounded inner child that's begging to be loved. Or maybe you meet someone that has this air of unavailability to them. You feel like you can't quite crack them, and you are immediately intrigued, and you feel this intense pull towards them. Well, maybe they're reminding you of your emotionally absent father. And maybe it feels normal to you to have to work so hard to win someone over because love in your house was conditional. When you worked hard enough, when you were good enough, then you were loved and then you were rewarded. So you may end up in a cycle with someone who just doesn't really treat you that well, but you feel like, oh, well, it's not because he's emotionally unavailable, it's because I just need to work a little bit harder. The point is, whenever you feel that intense pull, I really want you to stop and pull back and think a little bit. Try to gain a more objective perspective. What am I really drawn to here? What's really pulling me? What is the underlying need? In what ways does this feel familiar to me? Because we are always drawn to the familiar. The familiar feels like home. This is why so many of us have such a hard time being happy, because a lot of us have spent so much time in misery. So that feels like home. Being miserable feels like home. Happiness is the much harder choice on a day-to-day basis for a lot of us, not for everybody. So you will always be drawn to what feels familiar, even if the familiar is toxic. That's just how we're wired. So I want you to start noticing things a little bit more and questioning them. And don't just go wherever your heart may lead. It can lead you to the depths of toxic red flag, despair, misery. Let me know what you think and make sure to follow me for more.
Who you are intimate with is also extremely important.
Let me tell you a story about the accuracy of what this woman just said. By the way, I'm gonna tag that video and another video down below that you need to watch. Ladies, and maybe men, your body will seriously tell you when the person that you're being intimate with is really not the one for you. Your job is to notice those signs, not brush it off, and not continue to find excuses to stay with that person who is clearly not in alignment. I got a story, right? In my last relationship, that was like the most toxic, unhealthy relationship I have ever been in. I was intimate with that person. After being intimate, I would feel like an uncomfortable burning sensation every time I had to go pee. That person started having like their skin kind of peel off the way that your skin peels off after like you get tan or whatever and the skin peels off. Like, they started having that situation happen down there on their pee-pee. And they thought that I had given them something, and I was like, honey, I've been single for 4 years before I met you. I haven't been doing nothing, and plus I've been, you know, gotten checked a long time ago. I've been inactive since then, and I've only been active with you. It's not me, honey. I was like, but you can go ahead and get checked because I know it ain't me. And I was kind of a little bit worried, but not about me, about how is this even happening. They went and got checked. The doctor told them it was nothing. I don't remember what it was anymore, but it was nothing serious, like no sexual transmitted disease, nothing. I consulted with my psychic business mentor at the time. My psychic business mentor told me that I was having like an allergic reaction to their semen. Why am I telling you all of this? First of all, honey, I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm very reserved. I'm very private. I don't be sharing my deep, personal, intimate things with just anyone, but I'm sharing this with you because it serves a purpose. I feel like it serves a greater good. It's gonna help those of you who need to hear it today. This stuff, these symptoms started showing up within the first 2 months of my relationship with this person. My body was clearly trying to tell me, get away from this person. They're not a match. They're not compatible. But because of my own unconscious wounding and all my other crap and letting myself get manipulated and all this other crap, I stayed in that relationship for another 4 months. It wreaked havoc on my life and business. Your body is connected to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind can sense that something is off with this person, and it'll manifest in some kind of physical form to let you know. If you notice a pattern every time you're intimate with your partner, anytime you're around them, that you just feel bad, low energy, etc., that's a message.
If a guy's not meant for you, your body will reject the guy before you even know it. Like, I say this with all seriousness, your body will know if you're in a bad relationship or if you're with a guy that you're not supposed to be with. Like, if this guy's not meant for you, your body will tell you before your brain even knows it or before you even realize it. It'll literally send you signs that may seem normal, but it's not. Like, you will get headaches when you're with this guy. Your stomach will feel nauseous. You won't feel good when you're with this guy. You will get really bad acne when you're with this guy. You might even get the worst UTIs of your life when you're with this guy. Like, if you're getting constant UTIs when you're with this guy, he is not meant for you. Like, if you're breaking out, like, say your skin was clear and you're breaking out when you're with this guy now, he's not meant for you. If you feel overwhelmed, stressed, like, your body will just send you so many signals to tell you that this guy isn't the one. You just have to listen to it. Like, your body just knows. I don't know how, but it just knows. Like, I was with this one guy, and I swear to you, I got the worst UTIs of my life when I was with him. Like, it was the worst UTI. And it was pretty constant, too. And it was just because I was with him. And then once me and him broke up, nothing. Like, I was fine. And my skin cleared up. I felt just better. So listen to your body, girls, because your body's right. And if your body's rejecting someone, that's it.
Ladies, here is how your body may react or respond rather to a healthy masculine presence. Well, firstly, you're not going to have those jitters and flutters. It's going to be a calm presence that you feel within yourself because you're feeling that within him. You're going to feel a warmth in your heart. Your body's going to open a little more. You're going to be more curious, more attentive. You're going to have this ability to want to speak more of your truth because you feel safe to do so, because you know intuitively, instinctively, in a discerning way that he can receive that he wants to receive that he's willing to receive that. You're physically leaning in. You may have some tingles. You may have some warmth in your body again. You may have some excitement, but there's a groundedness to that excitement. And you're able to ask questions, be curious about him, but really share more about the inner world that is you. Those are some of the things that happen. I'm curious, what are some of the things that happen for you when you're in the presence of a healthy masculine man?
Sip some probiotic tea with me while I tell you the 5 most common signs that your body is rejecting the man you're currently with. Disclaimer before we start, this video is for the girls, so if you're not a girl, please keep scrolling. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I'm not a medical professional. This is based strictly on research, personal experience, and stories I've heard from other women. That said, there are many changes that can happen in our body due to hormones, autoimmune diseases, pregnancy or childbirth, periods, and so on. So please don't take this at face value. It only applies if these changes started happening right after you started meeting this new guy or hooking up with him or getting intimate with him. Okay, let's get into it. The first sign that your body's rejecting this this guy that you're currently seeing is increased acne. And the reason why increased acne is a sign that your body is rejecting the guy you're currently seeing is because increased acne happens when your stress levels rise. So if you feel calm around him, your stress levels should not be rising, and therefore your hormones should stay pretty balanced. But if you notice that every time after you leave him, you go back to your own house, you go back to work, or you go back to school, that you're starting to see these new pimples pop up out of nowhere, it's a sign that he's leaving you feeling stressed out and you're not realizing it, or you're blaming it on other circumstances or on your life situation. But if the only thing that changed between when you didn't have breakouts to when the breakouts started happening is this guy entering your life, then it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. Again, your hormones fluctuate normally, so do mine. I get breakouts around my period, so don't take this at face value. Actually sit there and assess how many times after I see this guy do I break out. And if it's consistent, he's the common denominator. Eliminate him. Next, we got rapid changes in weight, appetite, or diet. Now listen, of course, when you get into a healthy relationship, you are going to gain more weight. Naturally, we just spend more time eating when we like each other's company. So that's normal. But I'm talking about in the dating phase. If you just met this guy and you notice that you're either gaining weight too quickly or losing weight too quickly, your appetite is decreased or your appetite has increased, and your diet has gotten worse and unhealthier, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. Your body is trying to tell you that he is leaving you with a void. And usually the first thing that changes when we feel a void inside our bodies is our appetite. As a result, our diet changes, and as a result, our weight changes. Again, if you're pregnant or if you just gave birth, disregard this. I'm talking about in the first 0 to 90 days of meeting a new guy. If your weight rapidly changes, it's a sign that your body is rejecting him. Third on the list is your pH balance. Again, this is not a blanket statement, but if you notice that after the first time you get intimate with him, your pH balance is immediately thrown off, it either changes in smell or color or frequency of discharge, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. Your coochie trying to tell you something, girl. Listen to your coochie. Moving on. Fourth on the list is changes in your period. If your period gets heavier or it gets longer, or it comes sooner or later than it's supposed to, it's a sign that your body's rejecting this man. If you use a period tracking app, it's going to be really easy to tell how soon these changes happen, but deep down inside, you're gonna know. You're gonna feel it, because all of us know how heavy our periods are, how frequent they're supposed to come, and how long they last. So if it's lasting longer, or if it's coming sooner, or if it hurts more because the flow is heavier, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. I don't know how many times I need to say this, but this is not a blanket statement, so please see a healthcare practitioner if this has been going on for a really long time. But if you notice that right after you start meeting a new guy, the next period that you get is different, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. And the last sign that your body's rejecting this guy that you're currently seeing is changes in sleep. And the reason why changes in sleep is a sign that your body's rejecting this guy is because when you're sleeping, that's when your subconscious mind is activated. So if you normally get good sleep, but you notice that after you start seeing this guy, you start sleeping too much or too little, or you wake up in the middle of the night from nightmares or just random thoughts and you can't fall back asleep, that's a sign. Because here's the thing, even if you're a typically anxious girl or you overthink a lot, when you meet someone that's actually right for you, they're going to be able to subconsciously ease those worries. So you're going to continue to get your normal sleep if you're dating a guy who's actually good for you. But if he's not good for you and you start getting disturbed sleep or weird nightmares, run, girl, run. The last thing I want to say to you ladies is this. Our society has conditioned us to be completely detached from our bodies, but our bodies are massive indicators of how we actually feel about other people. You know that gut feeling. And if you're ignoring that gut feeling, all these other symptoms are going to start showing up, but you are going to classify them in your mind as thoughts that are related to different circumstances. The stress that you feel from your acne, you're going to blame on your job. The irregular period, you're going to blame on your diet. Your weight change, you're going to blame on the fact that it's cold outside and now you don't want to go for a walk. Meanwhile, the common denominator is this new guy that you just started seeing that you know deep down on the inside is not right for you, but you're just ignoring it. So this is your sign. This video is your sign to actually sit there and assess how do you feel about this guy. And if you know deep down at your core that he's not the right one for you, then please Get rid of him. You don't need to do your body a disservice, and all those feelings that you're not addressing are going to multiply into more stressful thoughts, into more acne, into more weight gain or weight loss, into more changes in your period, and so on. My name is Iman. I help girls get a life. Follow me for more.
In relationships, your body always knows when you're meant to be with someone or not. And I feel like when it's saying no, you do get pretty physical symptoms. But when it's saying yes, it's kind of a lot harder to know it's saying yes, because we have all these like fears, and like you can tend to feel more vulnerable when your body's saying yes to a person you're meeting.
First off, I want to start by saying this video is for my spiritual people, alright? Because those who get it, and those who don't, you just gonna have to find out for yourself. I don't got time to tussle today, alright? I want to talk about what it's like to really be spiritually in tune and spiritually connected to your partner. I'm gonna tell y'all 3 signs that you're spiritually connected to your partner, or that this is your soulmate. And if you haven't experienced these things, man, get you a new partner, alright? So let's get into it. The first sign that you are spiritually in tune or connected to your partner is synchronization. You'll experience things like being able to pick up on each other's thoughts. And I know it sounds crazy, like, oh, he think he got telekinesis, but it's really that serious. Like, it's been many times where I've said something, or my girlfriend has said something, and just so coincidentally, the other person happened to be thinking about the exact same thing at the same time. Or it be instances of as soon as you wake up, your partner happens to wake up right after you. Even if you didn't do anything to actually jolt them out of their sleep, like being loud or moving around and stuff like that. Like y'all just on the same type of time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all on the same mind frame. And it's like, even if you're not around them, you could just pick up when something is going on, like if something is wrong. And you might not even realize you're doing it, but you just might get the urge to, let me call them, let me text them. And it just so happens to be that they're dealing with something at the time that they need to talk about. It's really crazy. But I don't believe in coincidences. Next. When you're with this person, you feel a sense of peace or a sense of purpose. And let me explain what I mean. You feel this sense of peace with this person because deep down your spirit just knows this person is not here to hurt you. This person is not here to judge you. This person is here to help you. And that's why you feel that sense of fulfillment as well. You're there to help that person. That person is there to help you. You guys are together to help each other work through scars, insecurities, traumas, to see the potential in each other and maximize it. So when you're with that person, there's always that sense of safety, like things are just going to work out. It's like you could feel it. You don't have any worries. Like you just know that things are going to work out. Next, you are highly compatible. You have the same mindset. You have the same values. Your goals should align. You know what I'm saying? Like career paths shouldn't be completely opposite, that they conflict your relationship. And because of these similarities and compatibleness, you guys will be able to create the perfect life together. If you're experiencing these things with your partner, I wish the best for you, even though it's going to come anyways, because come on, y'all like this. And if you not or never experienced these things, man, I want you to dig a little deeper because it's out there for you. All right, I'm out.
You'll know he's the right man for you when you're around him and you feel calm, relaxed, and collected. You'll know he's the right man for you when you do not feel anxious, worried, excited, nervous. You will know he's the one. Your soulmate, your Mr. Right, is a man who doesn't make you physically feel off in any way. It just feels right. And you can be yourself unapologetically. You don't feel judged. You don't feel anything except pure bliss. You're relaxed and calm. It almost feels like you're relaxing on the beach and hearing the waves of the ocean. That's what it's supposed to feel like. Follow for more dating tips.
So I had to learn the hard way that your body is the most intelligent form. Like it tells you everything you need to know. Like if something is wrong for you, you'll either dream about it or your body will just react negatively. Like you'll start feeling anxious whenever you're around the wrong people, be it co-workers, be it friends, be it family, relatives, whatever. You'll start feeling wrong. Like you'll start feeling uneasy. What I've come to learn, when something is for you, it will never make you feel uncomfortable. Not only people, but also situations. When that job is for you, you'll really thrive in that job. Like if that partner is for you, like you really thrive and glow up when you're with that partner, like you'll get better. When that environment, whatever the environment it is for you, like you really get better. Even a city, whatever, anything, you really get better. And if something is not working, it just means that maybe you're not supposed to be in that situation, and your body will give you signs. You'll even dream about it. You'll even start seeing like tiny visions. Your thoughts will be occupied by something else. You start feeling uneasy. You start lacking sleep. Like your body will just tell you. And I believe this reaction is more spiritual than natural. Like it starts out spiritually and then it manifests in the natural. That's why your body starts reacting that way. And if you feel different, you feel like your energy is just down, you feel unmotivated, you feel sad after hanging out with certain people, it's because they are draining your energy. They are not radiating it, they're just draining it. And they are not in tune with you. Like, they're not at your vibration, they're not operating at your frequency. That's something, like, you really have to be aware of these things. Don't just be ignorant, claiming, oh, this is root work, blah, blah, blah. No, life is very spiritual. You really have to be aware of these things. What's for you won't make you feel physically ill. If the person, the job, the environment, the city, whatever is right, like you'll be in synchronization. That's something I really support that I had from the video. You'll have peace and you'll really feel like purposeful in your life. Like you really feel fulfilled with that person, in that job, in that environment, whatever, in any situation, really feel fulfilled. And you'll always feel safe and calm when you're in that situation, or when you're with that person. You always feel safe and calm. No wonder when you live in certain houses, you can't even fall asleep because that place is not for you. Or when you're with the wrong person, you can't be at peace, you can't be calm. Your mind always has to be doing mental gymnastics. Like, please, just dissociate yourself from such people. Like, be around people who make you feel calm, who make you feel at peace. Even jobs, be in jobs that really make you feel fulfilled. Do things that make you feel fulfilled, that make you feel calm, that you're really passionate about. Like, that's how you thrive. And I didn't know that our bodies are connected to our subconscious. That's something I've learned today. So when your subconscious gets a certain message, whether bad or good, it manifests in your body. Yeah, in this video, it was also interesting to learn that your body also shows signs when something is good for you. Like, it was also interesting to learn those signs. Because if something is right for you, like, you'll just be at peace, you'll not be disturbed. And we should also be very careful what we say with our mouths. Like, you see how you joke something, you just say, maybe even I won't get that job. No, don't joke. Your subconscious is listening. And it's being like, it's taking root in your subconscious before it can take root in your consciousness. Like, please be very mindful of what you speak onto your life. Like, if you have to speak something on your life, speak life. Speak good things upon your life, upon your kids' life. So, myself, I've been in situations that really made me feel really anxious and I didn't know why, but now I know it's because those situations were not for me. Those situations were wrong. And deep down, you always know, like, this is not the right situations, but these videos just confirmed that, like, I didn't know. And also, it has proven to me that certain situations were also right. Like, it's good to learn these things, and I really enjoyed this video. I don't know whether you enjoyed this video. Like, this video has been really interesting to me. I really enjoyed this video. I don't know whether you enjoyed this video, but if you did, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be happy to engage with your comments. I mean, I'm always happy to connect with you guys in the comments. I wish even the comments have had, like, voice chats or something. Because we need to talk to some of you. So anyway, guys, I really enjoyed this video. Do something nice for yourself today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.